Praise from SMS. This video I'm even gonna talk about even more little bit depressing thing. It's a story, ancient Chinese story. I believe it's real because we learned that when we grow up. Part of what I want to point it out is that somehow this story is stuck in my mind since I was very young when I first heard about it or learned it. I really suck at history, so I don't know time or whatever. I'm just gonna give you a gist of the story. Talk about decision, choice, and death. This is the story, like, gosh, I feel so classic to give you a view on how those three things kind of get together and hopefully help you to be more empowered in your life when it comes to your personal life as well as life, like how you can help your dog. So it's an ancient Chinese story, okay? Some hundreds of years ago, whatever. Let's just say there's three countries, right? In reality, I think that's like the time have a bazillion little countries try to fight each other. There's a war everywhere, okay? So say country A and country B. And the country B being masqueraded by country C, right? They literally came in, colonized, they killed everybody. And the one thing I think we all know is you want to take control of a country, you kill the king. And in China, I think even here, like we have a saying that you don't just kill the king. When you're weeding, you have to take off the root. So what that means, you don't take the king. And in China, like a son, right? If you're male offspring, you could become king. So you're gonna owe the prince and even princess will be killed too, to make sure there's no rivals, make sure there's no more leader gonna come back to claim the seat of the king. So the king's dead, and the king left a young prince. It's an infant, it's a baby. And then there's one general or whatever, save the baby, protect the baby not being killed by country C. And the country B, this general brought the baby to country A, asked for help. And the country A's king and the country B's general had a conversation, very interesting one. I'm gonna use, obviously English, it's translated, I'm just gonna use how I interpret it. So general said, ask the king question, do you think life is easier or death is easier? And the king didn't even think, of course death is easier. Just think about the answer, right? Of course death is easier because that's a simple choice. Living is hard, right? Then the general said, okay, I'm gonna ask you a very hard decision, but since you said death is easier, you have to choose death. And you need to save the prince. So the scenario, what's happening next, it sounds really crazy, but just, put in perceptions. I don't think nowadays happen like that, but just put in perceptions what's gonna happen. So country A's king happened to also have an infant son. I even talk about this like, it's dark. This story is dark. So what happened? He killed his own son so he can take in the prince from country B as his own, to pretend that were his son. So no one would know the real identity of the prince and try to come to kill him. That's the story. And I believe the story really, this prince eventually grew up, actually reclaimed country B and became king again. Something like that. That's potentially a happy ending story. Let's just put it that way. Like I said, this story somehow stuck in my mind all these years. And every time I think about choice, think about decision making, think about life and death, this story will pop up. There's so many things involved here. Life easier, death easy, right? We live in this world, we choose to live. Actually, it's hard, right? We have to work hard. We take the stress, the pressure. And then there are also people, you know, I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole about people try to end their own lives and stuff. I'm not gonna go there, but you know, you understand it's a way out in a sense. It's a way out. When it's too much for you, so much for you, making decisions for yourself, for other people becomes so much stress, so much burden. You decide, okay, I don't want to deal with them anymore. It's an easy way out. And in this story, the other thing is, you know, no one want to kill their own children. That just sounds crazy. But this country, A's king actually made this decision, what we call it, greater good type of thing, right? I'm not gonna, you know, and you know, I might not completely accurate about who is whom, right? And maybe not general and stuff, but you know, the gist of the story is like this. So that's a decision this person made, try to basically save another country, and his own answer is death is easy. So the general said, well, then shouldn't be a difficult choice for you if you say death is easy, right? So I just wanted to leave this story out here. Video is getting a little long, and I hope you really think about this story and think about your own choice in your life. Compared to that, imagine if you were that person, you're the parents, you have to do that. How big the decision, how big of the responsibility you have to take on. And in our lives, really, compared to the decision we have to make, I think even their hard decisions it's not at that level, okay? And when it comes to your dog, that really should be a hard decision to say, I want to help your dog, right? You want to help your dog. Anyhow, video's long, and make sure to go to my website, mensa-mas.com, download your free report. See you next time.